All right. Hello. I really hope that you can hear me because I don't know if I'm doing this right. So hopefully, like I said, I'm doing something new today. I'm going to do an Instagram live, and it's something I've really wanted to do for a long time and just have been a bit procrastinating on it. So I thought today's topic could be doing something new and how to get over the discomfort of that. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But when was the last time you did something new? And not just learned something new, but actually did something new? Because there's obviously a difference, right? I mean, just reading about something and actually doing it is two different experiences, that's for sure. Right? Because of this Instagram live that I'm doing, I did, some research, like how to do it, some tips and tricks. Like I had no idea even how to get it going. So I had to really figure that out and, kind of what works for a lot of people, but it's definitely different, doing it in person and doing it live. So, as you can tell, as I'm stumbling through this video. So, doing new things can be super scary, and doing new things can be really daunting as well. Doing new things definitely puts us out of our comfort zone, and our brains are telling us, don't do it. It's scary. It's uncomfortable. We don't know what you're getting yourself into. We don't know what's going to happen. There's all these questions that are floating around in our brain whenever we want to do something new, even if it's something that's not going to harm us. We still go into this kind of primal brain where it's just trying to protect us and telling us not to do anything new. So, but I do have a saying that I really go back to a lot, and it says, if you want something you've never done, you need to do something if you want something you've never done, you need to do something you've never done. And that's really true in life, right? I mean, the only way to really get where we want to go is to do something that's a little bit different, especially if things aren't working right now, the way that things are going. So, I definitely want something that I don't have right now. I want to grow a bigger community. I want to connect with more people so that I can help more people. I really want to do that so that I can, create more coaching opportunities for people and more workshops and more retreats. Again, my mission is to help people shine their light brighter. And the only way to do that is to create a bigger community. And one of those ways I think is to do, more videos and just more live teaching opportunities and just connect more people. So anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. So here's what I know about doing something new. It's really hard because our brains aren't used to it. And thinking and doing something new takes a lot of effort mentally and cognitively. It's why we really go back to doing the things that we know what to do, because we just feel comfortable and we don't have to learn anything in our brains. It feels really scary. It can be really scary to do something new. Even like I said, if it's not something that's life-threatening, it's still scary. And that's because our primal brain is trying to protect us. Our brain's purpose is to protect us from this scary tiger, which even though it's not a scary tiger, our brains react as though it was. So, my brain right now is saying, don't do this, just turn it off. You're making a fool of yourself and you don't look good and all these things. And so it's just trying to protect me, and I need to just be really aware of that and just recognize that. It's also really uncomfortable to do new things. And boy, do we like being comfortable. We prefer comfort to uncomfort. Being uncomfortable is weird, it's awkward, it brings up all sorts of stories that we tell ourselves. It brings up feelings and emotions that we don't particularly want to deal with, and it also brings up past experiences, and that really colors our lens on doing new things as well. Doing new things also creates thoughts that we might fail, right? So, or that people will make fun of us, or that we'll come across as stupid or incompetent. All these stories that we tell ourselves. We're scared that we might feel embarrassed, and nobody wants to feel embarrassed. And again, our brains are creating these thoughts just to keep us safe, even though we are safe. We're totally safe doing most new things. It's funny because one of the new things that I've started doing recently is reading my goals out loud in the morning and in the evening. And even that feels awkward and uncomfortable. And there's nobody around. It's just me. And I still feel weird doing it. And so it's funny that our brains are trying to protect us even when we're in a totally safe place, we're at home, and we're just talking out loud to ourselves. Our brains are like, that feels weird and uncomfortable, don't do it. So it's just really interesting how our brains are. But the thing is, they're just thoughts in our head. They're just thoughts. And, guess what? We don't need to believe every single thing that enters our mind. We really don't. We can choose to believe what we want to believe. That's really the beauty of being human, is we get to choose. We can choose how to respond. We can choose which thoughts to believe. We can choose how we want to reach our goals. We can choose what's important to us. We're not ruled by instinct like animals. We don't need to react to every single thought or feeling that enters our body or enters our mind. We can choose to say, I feel uncomfortable and weird and awkward, and I'm not really sure how this is going to go, or if it's going to work, or if I'm going to like it, or if people will support me. But guess what? I'm going to do it anyways. We can choose to say all those things to ourselves. Because I know that getting out of my comfort zone and doing something new will help lead me towards something that I want. I really believe that. I think that's the only way to really get to where we want, is to get out of our comfort zone. And if what we're doing doesn't work, then guess what? We can try something different. Or what we do will help us learn something new. Or maybe it will lead me towards a new discovery about myself. Or maybe I'll meet someone really amazing. Or maybe I'll just have some fun. And all those things are really great. And maybe we can just try something new if whatever we're doing doesn't work. So I think sometimes even breaking free of our mundane day-to-day existence, like I said before, if you want something you've never had, you need to do something you've never done. And sometimes that means feeling really awkward and uncomfortable and just weird about things. So is there something that you've been wanting to do but have been putting it off because you're scared, or you feel awkward, or you're worried about failing, or worried about what others will say or think about you? What is that thing you've been wanting to do? Just give it a go. I really encourage you to just go for it and try it. Put yourself out there. Put yourself first. Make a commitment to yourself to get out of your comfort zone with the intention of growing, learning, discovering, or experiencing something new. How fun is that? And how good is that? Now, let's talk about getting past the discomfort. How do we do that? Make no mistake, doing something new will cause discomfort. There's no question about it. Remember, though, that discomfort is fine. It's fine. It's not a scary tiger or a life-threatening situation. It's just discomfort. That's all. And we can get past discomfort. So first step is to acknowledge that you're going to feel discomfort. Like, I knew going into this that I was going to feel really uncomfortable. I don't necessarily like being on video, and it's just, I knew I was going to feel a level of discomfort. And then I gave myself a little pep talk. So give yourself a little pep talk to support yourself, because you know that you can get through a little discomfort. I mean, you've been through way worse, right? I mean, you can get through a little bit of feeling awkward and uncomfortable. So say to yourself, this is going to be awkward or weird. I know it's going to feel a bit uncomfortable, and I may even embarrass myself a little bit, but you know what? You're going to be okay. Feeling uncomfortable is the first step towards learning something new and bringing new experiences and opportunities into my life. You can say that to yourself. You can do it. You can deal with discomfort, and you'll get through it. One thing that also works for me is doing a little bit of research. I mean, depending on what you're doing and what you're thinking about doing, you can ask a friend, you can do a little bit of Googling if that's appropriate. So at least you feel a little bit prepared about what to expect. I know for me, I like to have the right tools or clothes or equipment for whatever I'm doing. So, it's interesting because I had one of my clients ask me this morning, what about, I want to go to your retreat that's coming up, but I just don't really know what to expect. And you know what? That's doing a little bit of research. So before she committed, she just wanted to know what to expect. And I think that's really cool. And I think that that's a really good first step to doing something new, is just to ask some questions. I also like to decide how I'm going to show up. It's really important to decide how you want to show up and really feel this in advance. Like, feel how you want to be. Think about showing up with a beginner's mind. This means showing up curious, it means showing up open-minded, it means showing up wanting to learn, and it also means showing up willing to be humbled, because sometimes doing new things is really humbling to us, and we need to check our ego at the door sometimes. It also means dropping any preconceived notions that we may have about what's going on, because when we have preconceived notions, we cloud up the lens through which we're seeing the experience. So just come with a really open mind. Also, try not to have any expectations. I mean, just have the expectation of, you know what, I'm here to learn. I'm definitely going to discover something, and that's my only expectation. But having a really positive mindset and being open to the possibilities, I think is really key. Okay, so how do we even start that? Because I can be the queen of procrastination, especially if it means that I'm avoiding discomfort, like doing this. This has been on my kind of to-do list for a while, and I've been procrastinating it. So choose a date or time. I think that's really key. Decide on the date and time you're going to do this. And you know what? Just decide that that's what you're going to do. Tell someone, tell a friend, a spouse, a coach, tell a few people that you're going to do this and have them be your accountability partners. That's really important. You can make an announcement on social media or on your website or whatever it is that you do, but just make it public. And then you kind of have to stay accountable to that. So I find that really works. It can be really motivating as well. Most importantly, remember your why. Why are you wanting to do something new? What's your compelling reason? For me, it's because I want to grow a community so that I can help more people shine their light more brightly. But what is it for you? Is it you want to have more energy for your children? Do you want to model healthy behavior for your family? Is it because you're tired of feeling stuck and you want to feel like you're finally moving forward? Do you want to be a better leader? Do you want to revive your friendships and have more connections and better connections? Are you done with feeling cooped up? Do you want more energy? Do you want to discover more about your potential? Whatever your reason is, remember that reason, because that compelling reason will for sure help you ignore the discomfort of doing something new and just help you move forward with it. If you just kind of remember that at your forefront is, why are you doing this? I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have any other ideas on how to get over the discomfort of doing something new. Because again, we're growing a community and we can learn from each other. So I just really would appreciate if you can share like how you get over trying something new or doing something new and getting over that kind of awkward, uncomfortable feeling. So, okay, this has been really fun. I think I'm going to keep practicing and doing this. My intention is to do these every Friday at around this time and having a different topic that I can just kind of bring some ideas to you and invite you to try some new things and just really inspire you as well to hopefully try something different today or this weekend. If one of the things that you've been wanting to do is learn more about yourself, like what is most important to you, or how to create a new habit, or how to reach a goal, or how to shine your light more brightly, and you're not sure where to start, I invite you to do something that's not scary at all, and connect with me to learn more about life coaching and how I can help you, do some of those things and reach some of those goals in your life that you want. That could be the best thing that you do all year. I also invite you to a free mini workshop that I do the first Sunday of every month. It's called Spark Up Your Month. We just talk about setting some intentions and setting some goals for the month coming up. It's really quick. It's like 30 minutes. There's some really great reflection questions and just meeting some really great people as well and staying, again, accountable and inspired. So I invite you to that. The next one is coming up. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. So February the 6th at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then the other thing is that I'm putting on another retreat in the spring. It's called Spring Forward Retreat on March the 12th with my really good dear friend Karen. We put on a retreat in September. It was amazing. So there's still some spots left for March 12th. All the links are in my bio or on my website. So go and sign up. It's going to be a great day for reflection and connection with other people and just quieting our minds so that we can hear ourselves and we can plant some seeds for the spring and the summer and for the rest of the year. So I really encourage you to check that out. I'd love to hear from you, and thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. I have no idea how to finish this.